Saint Catherine of Siena was born on March 25, 1347, in Siena, Italy, during one of the most turbulent times in European history, plagued by war, political unrest, and the deadly Black Death. She was the 25th child of Giacomo and Lapa Benincasa, devout wool dyers who lived humbly. From the moment she could speak, Catherine was different, deeply spiritual, joyful, and captivated by God. At the tender age of 6, she had a life-changing vision of Jesus seated in glory, blessing her lovingly. That moment marked her forever. She gave her life to him completely and vowed to remain a virgin for his sake. As she grew older, her parents tried to push her into marriage, even punishing her by making her work as a servant, cutting off her solitude. But Catherine stood firm. She fasted, prayed, and eventually received a miracle. Her parents' hearts softened, and they allowed her to pursue her calling. She joined the Third Order of the Dominicans at age 16, wore the white habit, and lived in near total seclusion for 3 years, spending days in mystical union with God. At 21, she heard God say, "Come out of your room and love me in the world," and so she emerged. With great compassion, to care for the poor, the sick, and those society had forgotten. During the plague, while others ran in fear, Catherine ran to the dying, wiping wounds and offering comfort. Word spread of her holiness, wisdom, and miracles. People were healed, converted, and transformed by her presence. Though she could not read or write, she began dictating hundreds of letters to nobles, church leaders, and even the Pope, boldly calling them to repentance and justice. Her most famous mission was urging Pope Gregory XI to return the papacy from Avignon to Rome, a move that helped heal a divided church. In her mystical life, she received the stigmata, although she begged God to keep them invisible so she wouldn't be praised. She also experienced divine visions, ecstasies, and intense spiritual battles. In her final years, she suffered greatly, taking on the spiritual pain of the church and the world. At just 33 years old, the same age as Christ, her body grew weak, and she died on April 29, 1380, whispering, "Father, into your hands I commend my soul." After her death, miracles continued, and people all over Europe honored her. She was canonized a saint in 1461 by Pope Pius II, and later declared a Doctor of the Church in 1970 by Pope Paul VI, one of only 4 women to ever receive that title. Today, St. Catherine is remembered as a patron saint of Italy, nurses, the sick, and anyone called too bold, holy action. Her famous words still echo in the hearts of believers everywhere. Be who God meant you to be, and you will set the world on fire. Her story is proof that when one soul fully surrenders to God, miracles unfold, nations change, and heaven touches earth. So whatever season you're in, God can use you like he used Catherine. Be brave, be bold, and burn bright for Jesus. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and share the video, and subscribe the channel.